Welcome back to Notebook Check, where we're taking a look at the Acer Swift 5 here on the left. And what I've done is I've left the Acer Swift 3 on the right, so you can immediately see that these two 14-inch ultrabook style devices are aimed at a slightly different market, with the Swift 5 being more stylized, more ultrabook style, a little bit more mobile than the Swift 3. Both have a very similar specification, although on the right we've got a Core i7.5 terabyte SSD. We've got a Core i5, and that's a Kaby Lake version as opposed to the Skylake version on that, and 8 gigs of RAM and only 256 gigs SSD. Despite that, the price of this is pretty comparable to the Swift 3. Not going to dwell too much on the differences between the two devices. What we're going to do in this video is going to take a look at our performance test results, our lab test results, and the review. If you need to check out the full review, go to notebookcheck.net. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. First, let's take a look around the Swift 5. It's a 1.35 kilogram ultrabook with a 14-inch full HD screen. It looks good. It's got a Windows Hello fingerprint reader on the front, keyboard backlight, and a set of ports which aren't too bad for this size and weight of device. Full HDMI port. We've got a USB 3 here and a USB-C on this side. And what I really like to see here is the full-size SD card slot and the second USB 3 port. So that is nice. The SD card is slightly better performing than the Swift 3 version. 65 megabytes per second throughput is what we got on that, and that's pretty good. Not up there with the best, which are running at over 100 megabytes per second, but 65 megabytes per second is going to see you getting your full HD and 4K videos into your device pretty quickly. You can see on the screen it is glossy. It's a full HD resolution, that's 1920 by 1080. And have a look at some of the performance test results. Contrast over 1000, sRGB getting up to nearly 100% coverage there, and deltas not perfect, around 6 deltas for color and for grayscale, but the brightness is nice. 393 center brightness. There's a bit of variance. It goes down to 312 at the edges, but that's not a bad screen there. If you're not too worried about the glossiness of that screen, it's actually quite nice. Now let's take a look at the rest of the working area here, because the keyboard is a very light throw keyboard. It's not too bad though. I would actually say the Swift 3, the sort of lower end, chunkier model, has a slightly better throw. There's a little bit of give down here on the keyboard casing as well, and that actually comes into play when you're using the mouse pad as well. Although having said that, bottom left, bottom right of the mouse pad's quite a nice feel, and this integrated Windows Hello on the top left of the mouse pad, actually very, very useful. Overall, not too bad on the keyboard. It could be a little bit better for typists, but it's not a bad keyboard considering the size and the weight of this device. One of the problems we saw on the Swift 5 was a poor Wi-Fi performance in our tests. On this one, things look a lot better. The Wi-Fi performance was way up there with some of the best we've tested, so no worries there. It is a full AC capable dual channel device. So just briefly to mention performance, this is again a classic ultrabook in terms of performance. Dual core, Core i5, U series, 15 watt TDP, and the performance figures aren't varying from others we've seen in this category by more than about 5%. The SSD is also pretty fast. It's a SATA 3 connected, so it's not up there with the highest PCIe connected or NVMe connected devices, but up there at around 500 megabytes per second read 258.1 was the write speed maximum sequential, and if you take a look at the scores there, you'll see a few others. We've actually got AS SSD tests on our full review as well, so go and check that out for more details. In terms of graphics, again, this is not a PC gaming device. I checked out Curse of the Tomb Raider, got about 11, 12, maybe 13, 14 frames a second, which is unusable. Some of the older games, some of the older PC games at low settings, maybe with a 136 by 768 resolution, you're going to get some reasonable frame rates out of it, but don't look at this as a PC gaming device. There's another surprise with this as well. As opposed to the Swift 3 that we checked out earlier, this Swift 5 is a slightly quieter device. The fan noise down at a very low frequency, so it's a much more comfortable noise to live with. And in fact, if you're in anything other than a completely silent room, you won't hear it at all. Another thing that points to good engineering on this is the fact that it doesn't throttle down under load, and it doesn't get hot as well. So temperatures 39, 40 degrees on the front and back are absolutely acceptable, and because it's not throttling down, even after 1 hour of our total CPU and GPU load test, we didn't see any throttling down, and that's excellent design, excellent engineering inside this Acer. The Swift 5 engineering does seem to extend to the battery life as well. 53.9 watt hours is the battery. That's slightly bigger than the Swift 3, so they've packed it in really nicely. By the way, don't forget you can't upgrade the memory in these devices. You can take the back off, you can upgrade the SSD, access the Wi-Fi card, but you can't upgrade the memory. So when you buy it, make sure you're buying your 8 gig version and not your 4 gig version. 4 gig just doesn't really cut it in 2017. Going back to the battery life then, that 53.9 watt hour battery bringing us over 9 hours of Wi-Fi surfing time. That's good. That means there's no crazy software running in the background. That means there's no big backlight drain going on, and the components used to build the Swift 5 seem to be pretty good. As usual, the Wi-Fi times of over 9 hours equate to video viewing time, so over 9 hours of H.264 1080p at 150 nits. What negative things can we say about the Swift 5? Well, there's a little bit of fingerprint sensitivity here. It will get dirty fairly quickly. There's a little bit of give on that keyboard frame as well. The webcam's not that good, and the loudspeaker isn't that good as well. Display brightness, although great in the middle, is a little bit off on the edges, so there's a little bit of variance as you move around the screen in terms of screen brightness, but in general the screen pretty good. I will also mention the low throw keys for those of you that are used to over a millimeter of throw on your keys. This is down at possibly under 1 millimeter, so you might take a little while to get used to that. But design, that fingerprints sensor, the lack of throttling, the lack of heat on this, the quiet working conditions, working characteristics, the power, and of course that battery life really add up to be quite an interesting little ultrabook. Very portable, 14-inch, slim screen bezels. It really is quite nice. And if you're looking to do work with maybe photo editing on the go, a little bit of full HD video work, that SD card reader is really going to help. Our preliminary score, and our reviewer hasn't completed the full suite of tests yet, but preliminary score is 84%. You should see that, or something very close to that, going up on our full review within hours of this video going out on YouTube. And if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.